My daughter was in a car accident. When she woke up, she called me husband. At first I figured she was just disoriented from the crash, but she kept insisting she was my wife. To prove it, she told me things that only my wife and I could possibly know. After hearing all of that, I had no choice but to accept it. My wife's soul had somehow ended up in my daughter's body. After she recovered and left the hospital, she moved right back into our room like nothing had changed. But inside, I was a mess. I didn't know how to face this person in front of me. She had my wife's soul, but she was still living in my daughter's body. I had no idea how I was supposed to build a life with someone like that. Not long before all this happened, I'd said goodbye to both of them at home. They were heading out to visit family in the countryside, but that goodbye turned out to be for good. They were riding a long-distance bus when the driver dozed off for a second, lost control, and it went straight off a cliff. The moment I got the call, I rushed to the hospital. When I got to my wife's bedside, she was barely breathing, and she kept calling out our daughter's name, so I had them wheel our daughter's bed closer, close enough for my wife to hold her hand. Tears ran down my wife's face, and then, little by little, her breathing just stopped. I didn't notice it at the time, but right when she passed, her wedding ring flickered with this strange light. It hit me afterward. In some way, both my wife and my daughter were gone. When we got home, she brought up an idea. From now on, she'd live as two people. Out in the world, she'd be our daughter. At home, she'd go back to being my wife. I agreed to it. Honestly, it was the only workable option I could come up with. After that, she used her memory loss as a cover story and started reconnecting with her old classmates. She studied hard, going through every subject's textbooks, doing everything she could to play the part of our daughter without slipping up. By the time summer rolled around, she'd settled into this double life pretty well. Then one day, she asked me how we were supposed to handle things between us as husband and wife going forward. That question caught me completely off guard. Sure, I still had normal needs, like anyone would, but I had never once considered crossing that line with my daughter's body. So I told her, flat out and serious, that this wasn't something we were ever going to bring up again.